Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're watching. In today's video, I'm going to share with you about 10 different things about starting my YouTube channel that I wish somebody had told me. So this is I think my 1.5 year mark on YouTube since I started my channel, and I've had some time to reflect on some of the things, my experiences, and some of the things that I had wished somebody had told me, and that's how I came up with this video. So just before we move and start on the different things that I wish somebody had told me, if you're new here, please remember to hit the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell as well so that you can join the family. So the number one thing that I wish somebody had told me is that it actually takes longer to edit the videos than to take them. If you look at most of my recent videos, they are about 10 minutes long, and the raw video is usually about 25 to 30 minutes, sometimes even longer, and then I try to shrink it to a 10-minute video, or maybe 10 to 11 minutes. Let me tell you, it takes work and time to edit a video. So usually I shoot most of my videos on Sunday morning very early before 9 o'clock, because I'm trying to avoid the noise from all the neighbors when they suddenly wake up. And especially before COVID, most people used to sleep in on Sunday because they're working from Monday to Friday. So Sunday is the only day they get to actually sleep in, and that includes the children because they probably were up late playing PS4, whatever. And it also just was easier for me to shoot the videos on Sunday morning, because again, it's the day that I don't have to go to work. But it would take me forever to edit the videos. So I would shoot some clips, and then by the time I come around to them, it's like 2 weeks have already passed. And guys, it takes a lot of effort to see those 10-minute videos that you see. So that is something I wish somebody told me, that it takes so much time to edit the videos, much longer than actually shooting them. Of course, and it's even worse when we are talking about like my travel vlogs, for instance. So maybe I have gone on a 1-week trip or a 5-day trip, and I'm trying to edit all the footage from a 5-day trip, from a 1-week trip, into 10 minutes. Guys, it's so much work and it's so difficult. So next time you're watching a YouTube video and you see an advert, please don't skip it. It helps to keep the lights on. That's how most of the YouTubers get paid, when you watch these advertisements and YouTube pays them. And while we are on that subject, you can check this video up here where I discuss the different avenues you can monetize your YouTube videos. The number 2 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody told me is that you don't have to shower before shooting your videos. Like, no one can smell unshowered on a YouTube video. I use natural light from my window to shoot my videos, and the way my window is structured, my bedroom is on the northwest side. Yes, I think it's on the northwest side, or it's more on the west side of Nairobi. So that means the sun falls at an angle. So if I don't catch that light before 9 o'clock, then I've lost my shooting window, and I have to wait until the following day if the sun shows up. So one of the issues that I struggle with is, because again, as I've mentioned, I used to shoot most of my videos on Sunday. So sometimes I'm like, I have just like 30-minute window to shoot this video, and I'm like, I haven't showered, I haven't done this. By the time I go and do all those things and come back, the sun is gone. So I learned a secret. You know what? Sometimes just put powder on my face and a dash of lipstick, put my wig on, and I'm ready to shoot my video. So don't stress it. Like, I'm not saying don't shower, I'm just saying that don't fuss over it. The video will still come out nice and clear. The number 3 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody told me is that people don't notice even if you wear the same clothes, or if they do, they just don't care. Unless of course you're doing a fashion haul, or maybe you're doing, I don't know, a 6-day vlog and you're in the same clothes. But if you're just offering the kind of content like the one that I provide, where it's mostly educational, to be honest, I have learned that people don't notice that you're in the same clothes, or they just don't care. So like if you watch all the last 3 videos on the channel, I'm wearing the exact same clothes. And why is that? Because all these videos were shot in a span of 1 hour on the same day. In the past, what I used to do, since I shoot all my videos on Sunday, I would shoot the first video in this dress and then rush to go and change so that it looks like I shot them on different days. And most of the time, by the time I was on video number 3, the sun was gone. So don't stress it. People don't notice. If they do, I don't think they care. If they care, I think the message is more important than what I is. Just don't kill yourself, yeah? The number 4 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody told me is that getting monetized is like winning the Oscars. I used to see all these videos whereby a YouTuber would be all up and gray about, oh my god, I got my first YouTube check, and I'll be like, duh. And I'm thinking maybe they got like $1 million and they're like $78. Until the day I got monetized, and I was like, oh my god, this just happened to me. And I went all over my Facebook, I was on my Instagram, and I was raving all about it. I just haven't come around to shoot that video, but maybe one day I will. Basically, being monetized means that Google can now put advertisements on your videos, and if your viewers watch the said videos, you get paid. Until I got monetized, I didn't really quite understand what it means to get monetized. And now, guys, forgive me, I was like, what's the big fuss? Now I understand what the fuss is. It's just like YouTube actually validated your idea, it validated your content, and they are willing to go out and put advertisements on your content. I don't know if there's a greater feeling for a content maker than that, okay? The number 5 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody told me is that most of us are just winging it. And it doesn't matter whether it's the YouTuber you look up to with 5 million followers, or the other YouTuber like Eva with just over 1,000 followers. We are all just winging it. And even those ones with 5 million subscribers started from somewhere. And I have also come to learn that the fear of making it on YouTube is what has stopped many people from actually making it on YouTube, because they don't even get to start their channels. They're like, will I even get a following? And I would just like to encourage you today, like, it's not easy being on camera. It's not even easy sitting where I'm sitting right now, but one thing I can tell you for sure, you get better on the next video than you were on the last video. So just stay put, don't panic, don't be anxious, and know that this video that you're shooting right now is preparing you to wing it on the next one. So the best thing that I would advise you to do is start your channel. If you've been contemplating to start your YouTube channel, I have shot 2 videos, not even 1, 2 videos giving you reasons why you need to start your YouTube channel, and I'm going to leave a link at the bottom, but you can start with this one up here where I share with you 5 different reasons why you need to start a YouTube channel. And also, I not only give you the reasons why you need to start a YouTube channel, I also give you some of the tips that worked for me when I was starting, my tips that will hasten your journey towards being monetized on YouTube. Number 6 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody had told me is that subscribers is not equal to watch time and is not equal to money. Okay, and what am I talking about? So I have seen so many people fuss about the number of followers or the number of subscribers they have on their YouTube channel. To be honest, the place where your number of subscribers is most important and critical is when you're starting out your journey towards monetization, because for YouTube to monetize your content, you must have at least 1,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel and at least 4,000 hours of watch time over a period of the last 365 days or less. People have to have watched your videos for a total of 240,000 minutes over the past 365 days or less, and you have 1,000 subscribers for YouTube to monetize your videos. Now, before I started my channel, or when I just started, I used to think that I need to get to like this 1 million subscribers to actually make it on YouTube. But I have come to the realization that depending on the kind of content that you provide, so for example, like my content is mostly educational kind of content that I provide, like nearly, I think it's slightly more than 70% of all my viewers are not even subscribed to my channel, which means they found me through external search, or maybe YouTube recommended my videos to them, or maybe they found me on Facebook or something like that. This has helped me to stop fussing about vanity metrics. The number of subscribers you might have might help from the point of view of maybe when I'm trying to look for a brand partnership, or in terms of just the fact that these people are subscribed to my YouTube channel. It increases the probability that when they get a notification, they may be inspired to watch my videos. And which brings me to my next point, is the more searchable your video titles are, the better for you. And what do I mean by this? Right now, YouTube is the #2 search platform on the entire planet, led only by Google, which again is owned by YouTube. So that means that if you post topics that people are actually looking for, they will find you whether they're subscribed to your channel or not. So until I get to that point where I am famous, so let's say somebody like Churchill Show, it doesn't matter what the title of his video is, because if I'm looking for Kenyan comedy, I know if I go to Churchill's YouTube channel, I'm gonna find it there. But as an upcoming YouTuber, before you get to that point where people actually know who Eva is, stop stressing on those vanity metrics, like the number of followers, at least especially after you get monetized, and focus on your content. Create content that people are looking for, yeah? The #7 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody had told me is that you do not determine what gets watched on YouTube. You do not determine which of your videos are going to go viral. You do not determine which of your videos are gonna give you the numbers that you need, for example, to get monetized or to get the number of watch hours that you need. So in my case, for instance, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't intend to start my YouTube channel as a business. Some time back, I think in 2018, I decided to pursue Kenyan Sign Language classes and also to learning the violin. And I wanted a place whereby I could record my journey going through the violin, learning the violin, and my progress. So since sign language is a language like you can't write out the classes, so I decided to be carrying my camera to class, so that as the teacher was teaching, I would record the sessions, and when I get back home, I'll be able to go through and revise. And then over time, I needed a place to store the videos where I can access it, and that's how I started my YouTube channel. And then after some time, some friends of mine were visiting the US, and they wanted to know, like, what kind of questions do you get asked at the embassy? So one after the other kept asking me, and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna shoot a video about this topic and you guys can access it. That was my first speaking video, and it wasn't the best quality, but you will not believe it. This one video is the most watched video on my channel, and that's the video that led me to monetization. It's the video through which I got like almost 50% of all my subscribers came from that one video. What I didn't have in terms of quality, I made up for in content. So my point is, just keep trying. Look at maybe the top 3 or 4 areas that you're passionate about, that you have an interest in, and create videos about them, and you never know which would sync with your audience. And go through your YouTube analytics. If you go to a YouTube studio, there's a section called analytics that enable you to know who's watching your videos, what are their demographics, what do they like, where are they based, what time do they watch your videos. Yeah, so those are kind of the things that YouTube analytics will give you. Okay, the number 8 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody had told me is that it's okay to have some background noise. And I'm not talking about the kind of noise that is super duper destructive that no one can hear you. I mean, just like a bird, like where I stay, for instance, like I have this really beautiful, let me just show you. So like this is the view outside my window, so you can imagine with all the birds chirping and the neighbors putting out their clothes, and it would really be crazy the amount of time I wasted cutting off sections just because a bird came and landed on my window. I wish somebody had told me. It wasn't like really bad, very loud noise, like it's something that could pass. And some of the times I would retake a video, and by the time I'm done retaking, like the sun already went. Like I've already described this sad situation that I have. I'm relying on natural light. So as I kept watching more and more videos, I noticed that even those really big YouTubers to deal with some of these issues. So sometimes somebody is shooting a video and there's some construction work going, and they'll just apologize. I'm sorry about the construction in the background. I hope it goes down. I'm not sure what's happening. And they'll just move on. And it wasn't like offensive. And I think the beauty of sometimes letting some of these things stay in your video is to encourage other people that this is the life. Like I'm not like on BBC Studios. This is Eva's studio, and we are all starting with what we have, where we are. So maybe one day when I'm big like Oprah, I'm gonna have my own soundproof studio, but for now I don't have that. And once in a while you're going to be hearing a bird chirping. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's okay to be as natural as possible. It's your environment. It also just brings in your viewers to what real life is like for you. The number 9 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody had told me is that try to separate yourself emotionally from your videos. And what do I mean by this? Sometimes, especially when you're starting out, you become so emotionally invested in your YouTube channel to the point whereby you forget that you are shooting for your viewers and not for yourself. Over time, as you start getting more and more viewers, it comes with both positive criticism and negative criticism. So take the positive criticism to motivate you and inspire you to continue producing content. But be mature enough to be able to also take in the negative criticism. And sometimes it may be warranted, sometimes it may be unwarranted. And that's why I stress the need to separate yourself emotionally from your channel. And sometimes you're gonna need to, just steam off and scream like, how dare she tell me this? How dare he tell me this? And then calm down and learn from the negative feedback. And also you need to understand that as long as we still have the internet, we will have haters and we're gonna have trolls. And the other advantage of being able to separate yourself emotionally from your content is that it helps you to look at your content from the point of view of your audience. Instead of shooting what you want, you ask yourself, what would my viewer want? What do I want my viewer to achieve at the end of this video? What action points do I expect from my viewer after watching this video? It also helps you to put those boundaries, like what do I want to put out and what don't I want to put out. The number 10 thing about starting a YouTube channel that I wish somebody had told me is that it's okay to learn as you go. I can't tell you the number of videos that I shot and they never made it to the air because for one reason I either think I wasn't good enough, I didn't speak well enough, nobody knew about me, nobody watched my videos. But I have learned that sometimes it's important to learn as you go, and this is especially important in terms of finding content to shoot on your video. So that's something that I struggled with for some time, until I came to the point and said, even my experiences are content that is worth sharing with other people. And over time I have come to be a little patient and what can I say, accommodative of myself. So most of us still struggle with imposter syndrome, and I have learned that the trick is to just silence that voice in your head that keeps telling you you're not good enough, you're not gonna make it, you can't do it, you're not as big as so and so, no one is watching your videos, and keep going one step at a time. And as I've said earlier, today's video prepares you to wing it for the next video, and just find areas of improvement as you go, and before you know it, you will be much better than you were at the very beginning. So I hope these 10 things that I've talked about help you, especially if you're a new YouTuber or if you're somebody who's just thinking of whether to start a YouTube channel or not. I hope they help you in your journey. And I'm excited to hear what it was like for you starting a YouTube channel. What are those things that you wish somebody had told you, and maybe they could have made your life better or easier, or maybe just helped you with the decision making process. If you are still on the fence on whether should I start my YouTube channel or not, please watch this video up here where I share with you all the many reasons why you need to start a YouTube channel today. I'm so glad that you stayed up to the very end, and if you haven't subscribed, again, remember to hit the subscription button at the bottom below, and let me know what you think about this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye and stay safe.